The homeless have no right to turn every park and sidewalk into a place for them to squat and do drugs.
That was Trump 2 years ago in a campaign video addressing homelessness. Today, he put those words to paper, signing an executive order titled Ending Crime and Disorder on America's Streets. In it, he directs Attorney General Pam Bondi to attempt to end policies that limit local and state governments' abilities to move homeless people into treatment centers, redirects federal funds for transferring the unhoused to rehabilitation and treatment facilities, prohibits convicted sex offenders who receive homelessness assistance from being housed with children, and directs HHS, HUD, and the Department of Transportation to prioritize funding to states and cities that enforce prohibitions on open drug use, urban camping and loitering, and urban squatting, and track the location of sex offenders. Governor Newsom's office responded to the order in a statement, saying in part, like so many of Trump's executive orders, this order is more focused on creating distracting headlines and settling old scores than producing any positive impact. The National Homelessness Law Center echoing the sentiment, saying the misguided order deprives people of their basic rights and makes it harder to solve homelessness.
Gavin Newsom, this question's for you. What happened to $24 billion that was allocated and supposedly spent to solve homelessness in California?
California, the nation's most populous and economically vibrant state, faces a stark and growing reality: a homelessness crisis that has reached alarming proportions. With an estimated 289,000 people experiencing homelessness on any given night, California accounts for nearly a third of the nation's homeless population. Explore California's top 10 most homeless cities. 10. Anaheim. Homelessness in Anaheim is a visible and growing problem. The city has seen a dramatic increase in the number of homeless people living in encampments, parks, and under bridges. This has led to an increase in crime, as well as concerns about public health and safety. According to the 2022 point-in-time count, there were 7,675 people experiencing homelessness in Anaheim, a 12% increase from 2019. The majority of homeless people in Anaheim are men, 75%, and 42% are people of color. 9. Santa Ana. The homeless crisis in Santa Ana, California is a growing problem that has been exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. The number of homeless people in Santa Ana has increased by 24% since 2019, and there are now an estimated 8,171 homeless people living in the city. This is due to a number of factors, including rising housing costs, lack of affordable housing, and mental health and substance abuse issues. Homelessness has a number of negative impacts on Santa Ana. It can lead to increased crime rates, decreased property values, and a decline in the quality of life for residents. 8. Fresno. Fresno, California is facing a growing homeless crisis. The city's homeless population has increased by 43% since 2020, and there are now an estimated 10,050 people experiencing homelessness in Fresno and Madera counties. This is a significant increase from the 7,012 people who were homeless in the region in 2020. The city of Fresno is taking steps to address the homeless crisis. In 2021, the city received $60 million in federal and state funding to address homelessness. The city has used this funding to add 910 shelter beds and provide emergency and temporary shelter and transitional housing. 7. Long Beach. The homeless crisis in Long Beach has been steadily growing over the past few years. The 2023 point-in-time count conducted by the Long Beach Continuum of Care identified 11,447 individuals experiencing homelessness in the city. This represents a 4.6% increase from the 2022 count, and a 40% increase from 2019. The majority of homeless individuals in Long Beach are unsheltered, meaning they sleep on the streets, parks, or other public spaces. The homeless crisis is having a major impact on the lives of residents and businesses in Long Beach. 6. San Diego. San Diego, like many other cities in California, is facing a growing crisis of homelessness. The number of people experiencing homelessness in San Diego County has increased by over 14% in the past year. And there are now over 15,000 people without a home. This crisis is having a devastating impact on individuals, families, and communities. The median rent for a one-bedroom apartment in San Diego is now $2,300 per month. This is out of reach for many people, especially those on low incomes. 5. San Francisco. The median home price in San Francisco is over $1 million, and the median rent for a one-bedroom apartment is over $3,000 per month. These high housing costs make it difficult for many people to afford to live in the city, and can lead to homelessness if they lose their jobs or experience other financial setbacks. According to the 2022 San Francisco point-in-time count, there were 17,035 people experiencing homelessness in the city. This represents a 2.3% increase from the 2021 count. Of those experiencing homelessness, 10,180 were unsheltered, meaning they were sleeping on the streets, in parks, or in other public spaces. 4. Sacramento. The most recent point-in-time count, conducted in January 2023, found that there were 19,278 homeless people in Sacramento County. This represents a 48% increase from 2020. The number of unsheltered homeless people, those living on the streets or in cars, has increased by an even greater amount, up 53% since 2019. There are a number of factors contributing to the growing homeless crisis in Sacramento. These include the lack of affordable housing, mental health and substance abuse issues, domestic violence, poverty, a lack of access to healthcare. 3. Oakland. The median rent in Oakland has increased by over 50% in the past decade, making it difficult for many people to afford to live in the city. Poverty is a major factor contributing to homelessness in Oakland. Many people who are homeless are simply unable to afford to pay for housing. According to the 2022 point-in-time count, there were 25,000 people experiencing homelessness in Oakland, an increase of 15% from 2019. The median rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Oakland is over $3,000 per month. 2. San Jose. There are a number of factors contributing to the growing homelessness crisis in San Jose. One of the most significant factors is the lack of affordable housing. The median home price in San Jose is over $1 million, and rents are also very high. This makes it difficult for people who are low income to find and afford housing. The city's homeless population is estimated to be around 26,340 people, according to the 2023 point-in-time homeless census. 1. Los Angeles. The homeless crisis in Los Angeles is a complex and growing problem. According to the latest data from the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, there are over 95,000 people experiencing homelessness in Los Angeles County on any given night. This represents a 4% increase from the previous year. The number of people living unsheltered, defined as those living on the streets, parks, or vehicles, increased by 7%. The homeless crisis in Los Angeles has a significant impact on the quality of life for all Angelinos. It also has a significant economic impact on the city. The cost of homelessness to the city is estimated to be over $500 million per year.
How about instead of worrying about what Trump's doing, you worry about what you're not doing? Because us here in California, us Californians, we would like to see our parks be a lot better than having a bunch of homeless people running around. Just saying. It's your boy King Churro. Thank you for watching. Remember that you're loved, and remember to be great every day, because tomorrow's never promised. Peace out, y'all.
Every day you wake up, you got a decision to make. To go right or left, up or down, right or wrong. At the end of the day, you make the decision. Nobody forces you. So make the right decision. Make moves, set the goal. Stop making excuses, man. And if it look like a duck, walk like a duck, and sound like a duck, it's a duck. Stop guessing. Just do the right thing. You heard? You hear me? I love y'all. Stay positive. Love one another.
All right.
So how do you feel about the colossal failures and mistakes that occurred during COVID with the lockdowns and mandates?
Well, I'll tell you what we are doing. We are launching the biggest investigation that the world's ever seen, that any state's ever done, that any county, any government, any governor has ever done in this country, to find out exactly what occurred.
We know what occurred. You closed down schools, businesses, parks.
Well, something happened. I mean, we know something happened in 2020. We were dealing with an unprecedented virus. We were dealing with coronavirus, with COVID. It was a novel virus. We didn't know what to anticipate, and we are doing everything we can do now to find out exactly why certain decisions were made and who was responsible for making those decisions.
You were responsible.
Well, we're going to look into that and why those decisions were made and why things occurred the way they did. I mean, we're going to look into that, and we're launching an investigation to do that. No administration has done that. No governor's done that. What I'm doing is I'm taking ownership now to launch an investigation as to find out who was responsible for those disastrous policies.
Again, that was you.
Well, we're going to look into that and find out exactly so we can verify, because we don't want to speculate.
We don't have to speculate. These were your decisions.
You're coming right. I see how it is. We're going to find out exactly who was governor at the time.
You were the governor.
Well, we're gonna look into that. Who was the governor? Who was the leadership?
You.
Who was making those decisions at the top that were affecting all these people at the bottom and across the state? It's one of the largest states in the country. I'm responsible for 21 different counties, thousands and thousands of people working with local state officials to find out exactly what happened and what was going on at the time, and who was the governor that made those disastrous decisions. Because I believe in accountability. We're going to find out who's accountable.
You're accountable.
And who was the governor?
You.
Well, we'll find out.
We did.
We're going to find out.
We're
certainly going to verify that.
It was you.
And I'd be happy to get back to you. And you call my office and we will let you know.
You don't have to let us know. We know. What are you doing? Oh, my God. Guys, I think this interview is over.